it's not happening today again. Hello.
What?
No,
Hello.
last time we had like a bug with Discord, which we reported to them. So if you open a stage, you can put like a notification, like people will get in like their inbox thing on Discord that a stage is starting in the server, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I usually do that. Last time Discord had a bug, and it pushed like 50 notifications.
Oh.
Instead of one. So we had several people complaining to us that they constantly got like notifications on their phone that like the stage is starting.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, it was not our problem. This time it seemed to work. So I guess it's fine now.
All right. I will be showcasing my end in a bit. If you have your hand, go ahead. I have a lot of stuff to cover.
You have a lot of
already.
stuff. Okay,
You go first.
I go first then. Alright, then let me go first. Let me show you guys the new skins and everything, because I have been working on that for a bit. I made more patterns now, so it looks all a little bit more fancy. Wait, I also have to stream in Discord. Let me just go Discord. There we go. And then for the stream, this. So, new patterns.
Terrible looking at. All right.
Terrible looking. Okay, then that's already finished and taken care of. Then okay, what's on you?
No, hold up. No, I was saying explain what are we looking at for someone who's not developing the game.
We are looking at a bunch of new patterns. It's basically throughout the last well, more or less 2 weeks. I've been building out new patterns, which look like this. They all have like funny colors and styles. Last week I already
How do they look in the skin gun though?
In the game?
In the gun, like when you put it on.
There is
gun.
one I
How
put
does it
already
look?
on. There's like I did a lot of changes in this one. Let me just launch a new. Oh wait, that was the test one. M4A1 test. So there's for example one with already new colors. There was the other one with the placeholder colors. Yes, like one with dragon scale. It actually comes down to as soon.
These are placeholder or
they are
the
placeholders.
final?
No,
Placeholder.
Placeholders. So I took.
Oh, okay.
I took really bright colors, so it's easy to differentiate what you have texture and what not. Because if we would do,
I thought those green, red ones, like the bright ones, are the final.
Oh no! It's the placeholder colors. It's placeholder colors, so they are easy
all
to
those
see.
are placeholder.
Yeah, they're
Those
all
are
placeholder.
Oh, okay. It's like you're gonna change the colors with a camo or something.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, okay, I see. Okay, I see.
So as soon as the camos go into effect, that's why I'm building out. It kind of build it out like a chart. So you have the 4 colors, which will replace like any other color in this. So, and that's what I do. I just create like several patterns right now. It's a little bit tedious because I can do something funny. It says green here. If we go into my local library here, and okay, this for example is like green 1. I need to name them still. I can go here and like I change it. And if I set it up correctly, it will change it in every single skin. So all skins are always the same as in colors. And if I adjust one color, that it will also adjust it in every single other one. So I don't need to manually change it ever, like, constantly. It all does it by itself.
Well, good luck with that. That's your ancillary.
Yeah, I'm right now building out the color patterns, which takes a lot of time because you do need to do a lot of naming. So here's my browns, my yellows, my grays already.
Yeah.
And I just created the blue group. So, and then as soon as I have the colors lined out, I can like easily go in and make it for every single one, and make for every single pattern. We can create hundreds of different color styles then.
Sounds great. All right.
Yeah.
Can you show some like in actual Blender? How do they look?
The only pattern I really did for now is like this one. I played around with this one a little bit because I didn't know how it would look on a weapon. And where's the second one?
Then one more thing, the UVs are persistent, right? You're just shifting them, not actually. Yeah, because otherwise it wouldn't work.
No.
What Alpha will do is we will place PvE in order. So 0 camouflage is basic. Next one is 100 kill. So we will make automatic system.
Yeah.
That will, so it will
you'll have to
automatically.
One thing, this is old one, right?
This is
that one old.
Yeah. Okay. So because we will have to start from the below left.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will go from below left to go up, and then we'll shift to next column.
Yeah.
What I will do, it's from below left, it will be automatic thing. From top right, it will be, custom thing, like
top right.
trailer.
Yeah. So
In that case, we can have like first 100 things automatic. It will assign like each 15 100 deals, and the rest of thing it's when it
No,
will.
we won't able to automatic. We will have to create the individual item for each index and then give their permission. But it's one time, so it's not a big deal.
yeah.
It's
But I
one
do
time.
think maybe it can be going automatic.
We still have to create an individual item for each because
Yeah.
this is
Yeah,
like an
but
item.
just wondering, but can we make individual item that will be assign to all guns?
Like it's
Or
gonna
no?
all guns. Like
I mean, if you have, for example, Team 25 in pattern list that unlock a Teal 1000, so
those
each
ones
gun
will.
will have.
The thing is, anything we do here will be applied to every single weapon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
By default. So any weapon will have those, and then the custom models that Larry has, they will be what you call individual to the weapon. But those skins will be applied to all weapons plus each variation of the skin, the model as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and attachments.
Yeah. So you wouldn't have to assign those skins to each weapon one by one. No, that part will be automatic.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But we will still have to create like an item for each skin, like for each one of them, and then give, okay, this is 100 kill, this is 200 kill, this is 300 kill, this is 400 kill, this is
That's
prestige
fine.
1, blah 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 blah, or whatever.
Yeah.
Same as before, same as armors, camos.
Yeah, and with this, I may want to look into changing the way prestige skins work, because in the old skins I used like 2 different patterns, like this one with the strings and just normal camo ones, and I just differentiate them. What I maybe want to do, because I can easily reproduce all of this very quickly, is maybe we can go in later and say like, hey, with prestige 1, like from prestige 0, you unlock these 3 patterns and can have like all colors. And with the next prestige, you unlock more patterns. But
one thing I just realized. About what do you call the default skin, like the black and like gray metal one. Do that one the left bottom. So the thing is, for example, we need also a version of where there's no skin. It's just the default.
Yeah, that will be
That will be the left bottom. So do that the left bottom, and then everything with texture will be what do you call, like attachments, suppressors, the ACOG, the holographic side, red dot. All of them will be on the left bottom by default, and then we shift them as well. So that's how we can make it work, I believe.
And why it will be simpler in armor? In armor, we have some part that moving and some part that not moving. But in guns, volume will moving. So it will be like, so you won't need to generate new model with new UV.
There are a couple of questions that has been asked about the Unity's changes. So you probably, if you're not living under the rock, you probably heard what's happening about Unity and their changes and how it affects us, and in another way it affects as well you guys. For those who are living under the rock, Unity has changed their business model, and they're going to be charging us for per install, which is a very bad idea to me and a lot of people. That will make more sense if it was only per purchase, like per license, but per install is definitely something that someone can exploit very easily. And I do really believe they will change that. I don't think they will keep it because, like, realistically, they can't really keep that up. Either way, someone can just run a script and easily send the package that says, "Hey, this is new hardware," and then randomize IPs, and someone can cause a game to have tons of like make them lose a lot of money, bleed. Other thing is people are not realizing the exact pricing. If you take the pro licensing, which is like around, I believe 6 to 7K. I can't remember the exact price at the moment. but it can change, I believe, per game to per game. You have to contact them. Then the pricing definitely changes, and then it's much what do you call, like, manageable at that point. But again, per install doesn't make sense. Per license makes sense, and I believe they will change it. I don't think they're gonna keep it, and all the people are making enough pressure on them. I believe they will change it eventually. Other way, then it's actually a concern. Like. So because someone can just go and like download the pirated version of any game, and then the developer can be charged for them. I think what they are trying to do is, okay, I will be what do you call, calling them a bit more, what do you call, try to make it positive. I think they try to take a bit more huger bite from the games that are making sales, because for example, Unreal is taking 5%, and then when you take that 5%, it's a lot of money when game becomes successful. And Unity was just a fixed price, so people were choosing it. They want to increase that, and from their perspective, they are making engine, keeping long-term support, hiring tons of people, and then they're not taking anything. It's just fixed price. So they want larger. I respect that, but they execute this very badly. So I think you're just gonna fix that, change it, and keep it, like, get another proper model. I believe that's the thing. But other than that, it doesn't affect BattleBit at the moment. Like, we're gonna pay whatever it is. We are paying our license for it, and then unless they somehow, I don't know, keep the current model, and then like try to charge us I don't know, $2 million or something. At that point, I hope that doesn't come to that point, because personally, I'm using Unity since what, 2010. It has been 13 years. I'm 23 years old, so it's more than 50% of my life I'm using Unity. So it's something that I don't know how I will change. So yeah, it does affect me as well. Other thing, anyway, this is something about Unity. Again, everyone was asking how it was affecting. Something else I want to make clear about FACEIT anti-cheat. So we realized that before we were thinking of FACEIT to make it like a normal anti-cheat, but we just realized it's made for competitives, and what do you call, it doesn't fit to our game too much at the moment. So we are planning right now to make it only competitive servers. So right now BattleBit doesn't have competitive version, but we are working on getting to a point where there's sort of competitive. It's not going to be big. It's just going to be much smaller, but some level of competitive servers, or maybe Milsim, and then we're gonna let community servers actually to have option to use FACEIT. We talked with FACEIT about this, and then they work with us, and then they prepared a way where we can utilize FACEIT on community servers. But again, it's up to the admin. Admin can choose either easy anti-cheat or FACEIT or no anti-cheat. It depends on what they want, and it's, what do you call, we don't choose for them. They choose whatever anti-cheat they want. It's up to the server admin. We're just gonna give them one more option than easy anti-cheat. That's it. And then also, other thing is, when FACEIT comes, we still the people who had Linux support, and also they don't want to disable Hyper-V, etc. Because I'm also using Hyper-V personally myself for my side, which makes FACEIT unusable because of my end as well. So we won't have that many restrictions as the competitive version of FACEIT. So it's just going to be a second anti-cheat that is performing more better than easy anti-cheat, but it will be optional to server admins. Yeah, the FACEIT version we're gonna have some level of Linux support. Correct. Not all versions, but popular versions. That's something that people has been asking. So again, it's something that I clarified, and we're gonna have a proper announcement about this soon as well. But we won't have FACEIT on official servers at all, not planned anymore. We are thinking about it, but it's scrapped, and we change our plans about this because it's just gonna be too hard to do the matchmaking. It's gonna be too hard to, what do you call, divide that part. and also majority of the normal game servers are not really official ones, at least not competitive really. So that's something to bring it up. Okay. About this week's updates, there has been a lot of changes this week. Vilask is going to show you guys something after I'm finished showing, which gonna be interesting. I will just let the surprise him to show. You already probably seen the new textures already. If you have played the game since the last hotfix, the update, we had some new textures on the terrain buildings, which makes the game look a bit more better than what it was before, because the game looked a bit too flat. It's still flat, but Vilask is definitely working on it. Again, the reason why we couldn't use textures like normal games is we had tons of optimizations depending on solid colors, and Vilask is just improving on this, and without breaking an optimization. He actually improved optimization instead of hurting it, which is like a lot of effort he went into it. So if you haven't seen the updates, I will be pretty much giving a short brief what has changed. So since last week, Velasquez added new textures. Actually, I will share my screen. That's going to be easier to do.
Oh, okay. Can you drink water? Can you take a glass of water?
All good. No, all good. No. There we go.
You can actually jump to Fruhis, for example, if you download my latest update.
Okay, we'll do after I showcase everything. So, okay, I guess you guys can see my screen. Great. So last week, where did we left on last week? I believe around here. So we had the end of round. Leaderboard style something, and then so we added in week. We added the support where support can go and then hold right mouse click and then supply a player. And the problem was we added this, but it had a bug where it will try to supply the player themselves. The support will try to supply the support themselves, and then it wouldn't, and then it will just bug out. This was still live in the current build, so this is also fixed, and which will not happen after the update. Balance updates. We nerfed the pilot's 180 degree, but after the feedback, it felt like a stone on the air. Like as soon as they tilt a little bit, they're like falling too fast. So we changed this to this. Hold up, it's gonna be right below. There you go, this thing. So it was pretty much at 0 degree, it's like 0 gravity. At 90 degree, it's like 1 gravity around. And at 2, at 180 degree, which is like exactly 180 degree upside down, it was 8 times gravity, which was making it fall down really fast. So now it's 4 times gravity, which is the new one. Will be applied. So it's gonna still make it fall fast. It's gonna still fall faster than what was previously old before, but it won't fall fast as this current build. So I hope this gonna help it a bit more balanced at that point. Also, we had another change on the bullets. I will come to that in a second. So you had a smoke bug. The smokes will run on top of the the water, which is an interesting one. Yeah, we had this issue. So this is not on the flags. Like imagine this way. So you have flag, right? Like for example, flag F. You see like that, and then you click on it, you spawn, right? So in the flags we have spawn points like this, like each spawn point. And normally what we do is we choose a random one, and then we spawn on you. The problem is before people used to go and then build Haskell walls or stuff on exact points, and then when they build on it, there will be no space to spawn. So someone had option to completely make a flag unspawnable. That was possible. So what we did is we made it that you cannot build anything on like this spawn points 10 meters radius. You can still build around all the way here, not at the point where the player spawns, so you cannot block it. This is something had to be done, and I couldn't mention too early because people were abusing already. I didn't want more people abusing it or trolling it, so I mentioned the moment when we fix it, and the update is live very soon. Again, on the right bottom, you have the gadget icons that like the 3, 4, 5. You didn't have that 4 and 5 before. It's supposed to be. This is something interesting. So this is very mixed. We added random option. And then as a default behavior, we made it that if someone doesn't vote, then we just made it that they count as random. The problem is if there's 100 people in the server, 95 doesn't vote. That's the reality. And then every single time it goes to random. And then I'm saying it's mixed because it is very weird position. One way it makes people play different game modes because I have seen people saying they played the capture the flag first time in their entire game. Like they have BattleBit in their library. They have been playing it, but they played capture the flag the first time because it was never being picked, and then random forced it to be picked. And on the other hand, it made the voting completely useless. You see where I'm going? It's like it's solving a problem, but it's creating a new problem. It's not exactly a solution, but at the same time, it's not like so. That there was like a lot of options. Like there was option just don't make people who doesn't vote go to random. But the problem there is like 10 people votes, 9 people doesn't vote, and then that 10 people generally dictates what other 9 people are gonna play. And that 9 people doesn't vote, but they don't like Conquest, for example. I'm giving an example at this point. That you see where I'm coming from. There was the idea of making random 50%. So if you don't choose anything, then you would vote for random by default, but it will count as a 0.5 votes. That was another idea, but again, like when you have 250 people, there we go. When you have 250 people in the game, like divide by 2, you have 125. Like you're gonna have still 110 people voting for random. So that was another. It wouldn't fix exactly the problem. So for the moment, the only thing that made sense. Again, this is something we can change more in future. Is we made it that I think somewhere below I mentioned. We made it that on the game mode votes, it will no longer count as random if you don't vote, but the server will not let you choose the same game mode in a row. Like if you play Conquest, end of the round, Conquest will be taken out from the game mode rotation, and then next time, let's say you play Infantry Conquest, and then end of the Infantry Conquest will back, Infantry Conquest will be taken out. And then you play Conquest, and then end of the round, Conquest is taken out, Infantry Conquest is back to the game mode rotation. So the goal here is try to give a variant on game modes and maps, but at the same time, like try to people still choose on it. Again, about the this is only at the moment game mode. On the maps, it's still people who doesn't vote will be random. I think people are more okay with that instead of game mode because game mode is more important now. But I know people are playing Wakistan Conquest 24/7, and then there's also people who don't like that a lot. So map 1 is a bit more okay, I would say, than just the game mode. We're gonna see how it will go. And if it is a problem, then we change to something else. But again, I don't exactly know how we can really solve that because one majority wants it to be more different game modes, one majority wants it to be the same map, and then it's like we added the community servers, but again, not all community servers running the same thing. You are one, or they're not full at the same time. So it's a fight. It's two sides are fighting, pulling it to this or this. It's like it's really hard to do something about it. This is the last update about the lightings. You can see the stairs and a bit more textures around here. region filters. Like, okay. Shooting range textures are fixed. Yeah. So we added a what do you call? Oh, there you go. I'll come to that in a second. Silent RPGs are fixed, by the way. Suicide C4, silent RPG, like RPGs are fine, but you don't hear anything, etc. They're all fixed. It was a bug that was introduced with me fixing another bug with the C4. This is a leaderboard. So in leaderboard, the problem is it's very sensitive and really hard to control. But the thing is, some people actually mastered it. They took their time, and then they learned how to use leaderboards. They grind it, and then they start destroying the match, like an entire lobby. It's similar to Battlefield 4 lobbies. The thing is, I wasn't expecting no one to actually grind that much reality, because it was too hard to use it. I was relying on that, but I was wrong. People grinded and then actually they started using it very well. So we had to do something about it again, because you have seen lobbies like 90-1 or 100-1 lobbies, which people really don't like, which I understand because I played also Battlefield 4, and now those lobbies were annoying little birds. If someone knows how to use it, they could destroy the entire lobby. So as a nerf, we didn't want to touch the speed because that's what Libert is. So we changed the minigun damage drop. So before it's like this. Hold on, let me draw it again. You have 100% damage. This is 0% damage, and then before it was 200 meters. So this is say 200 meters, and then it was 500 meters. This is 500 meters. So before it was like 100% goes like that, and then goes like this, and then so at until 200 meters it was 100% damage, and then after from 200 to 500 meters it will fall down like 0.5%, like 50%, like this. So these values have changed. So now this is more pushed to the left, which is to the more 75 meter. So it will be like around here. And then the 300 meters, it will be dropping at exactly here. So this is the new chart like this now, this one. So what this means, how we are kind of forcing now, we are kind of forcing the little board to get closer to infantry to actually actively kill the player, which it's gonna give you more time and opportunity to shoot back and kill the pilot. So they need to get closer to you, kill you, and you have more freedom to kill them. So they cannot just beam you from far away. That's the goal, and I hope this is gonna work well enough. I hope this is gonna be enough to work on. Again, we had another problem with the climbing. Yes, when someone climbs on the rope, they will desync. This is fixed. On the Velasquez worked on textures on the Tensor Town. Yeah, global leaderboard. So in the game, this is by the way G3 new leaked. This is coming today. G3 is coming today. I was working on implementation. This is not how it's gonna aim down. I'm gonna move it to the. Yeah, this is not how it's gonna aim down.
No,
definitely.
we should make that a feature. That should totally be how it aim down.
Yeah,
Doom style.
Look from there. I was working on it. I'm gonna go to the main menu and show the leaderboard there. Hold on a sec. Well, this thing is loading up. There, 1 sec.
I think you made a bunch of people really happy.
1 sec.
Okay, people asking about leaderboard in
Yeah.
leaderboard in loading screen. Like
Yeah,
why we showing leaderboard but not map name?
I will mention. Oh, we're gonna be adding map name is there. The server name and then size, game modes, and if it's day or night, we're gonna add it there. Actually, Oxygen.
No, I mean when you're loading to map.
Yeah, I'm talking about that. Oxygen made
okay.
a thing like this. He made a something like this. So you have Valley if it's day or night. You have to we already have Valley there. We don't have Conquest. The size, the name, and the region, and the hertz. It doesn't tell. It's sometimes what you call bugs out, but I will fix on it. I will get this to the also there. So
okay.
Yeah.
For name of map, can you edit a string to map name so I can input my custom name? So for example, when you're standing on hack, it will be separated. Or for example, event map, I can,
You want display name? I see. Display name like style.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Go to BattleBit remastered map,
We
and
can
you
get to
can.
that later on. That it's not at the moment.
Okay.
But I understand. We can add a display map, yeah, and then we'll display on that map only for UI purposes. That will work, yeah. Okay. So where is it? There we go. So in the main menu, which is at the moment it's loading. My laptop isn't that fast, sadly. We added a leaderboard where to up to 5,000 players. It will show the top players. I know it will be much nicer if you could find all players like your plays, your friends' plays, your clan's plays. It's something I will have to work on. It's a bit more harder to implement that one. But I made it to 5,000 at the moment. This updates every about 10 minutes. It's real time, but 10-minute real time. So, and I want to make a clarification on the clans, how it's calculated, and and I will make an official statement about it as well, because there's a problem with the clans, about the top clans. So far you have top kills. You have up to 340 pages here. Actually a bit more. There you go. 249. Sorry, 250 almost. Yeah. And then there you go. You can go any page you want and you can look for it. Total objectives. So how many times the person you captured the objective, a flag, or I don't know, you planted a bomb, etc. The longest kills, they're generally at exactly at those numbers. There's like, if you can't pass this, good luck with that. Road kills, very self-explanatory. Telling top vehicles destroy repairs, or pretty much when you repair a vehicle, you get like you repair their HP, so that's like we do per HP. This person has been playing like a lot of repair, and yeah, vehicles destroyed. We're gonna add more here about how many times maybe sledgehammer kills. Maybe that could be interesting. Suicide C4 as well, but Suicide C4 could be a bad idea as well, because that may actually make people try to compete for it, and then may ruin a little bit. So trying to be a bit more careful what we add here, not try to encourage the what they call, I wouldn't say wrong, but bit trolly things. If you got my idea, I hope. Top revives, top heals, top XP, clans. So on the clans, what we do is we take the clan XP, which is clan XP is only so when you in a clan, when you get an XP, that XP is copied, cloned, and then given to the what do you call your clan as well. So for example, you're 100 level, but you're not in a clan, and then you join a new clan, right? And then after the moment when you join, any XP you gain will be also given to your clan. So your previous experience doesn't count at all. It only counts the moment you are in the clan, and then the new ones you add. And then what we do is we take the clan XP, we divide by the members. So the reason why is that because we've seen some clans up to 900 people in them, and then 900 of them playing consistently, and then they're on the top of the leaderboard all the time, because there's no single way. How much you grind, how well you are good, you won't be able to compete with 900 people investing to their clan consistently. So what we did, okay, to fix this, okay, we divide the number of people, the clan, it's like the average, and then we use that to as what you call to assign the XP to it. And there's one more thing, we use peak number of clan members. So because there's another thing I have seen as well. There's another clan that has 800 members on it. It had 800 members in it. They grinded so much, and then when I mentioned before that we're gonna be dividing by members, they grinded, and then they kick everyone from the clan. So like the entire clan has like one member, but it has been grinded by 800 people. So they were on the top by default. So to fight this, we made it that okay, we take the number of peak member you had. So that clan had 800 people. Despite the clan has now one person on it, we're gonna divide by 800 because that's the peak you had. So this is a bit interesting. This is gonna push people to be a bit more careful about who they are getting into their clan, I guess. And not just throw every single person to your clan. Is it a bad thing, good thing? I cannot really tell if it's a good or bad thing. From competitive perspective, I think it's a good thing. From casual perspective, it's a bad thing. But again, it's very two-sided. So right now, you see that what you call mostly the people have like one-member clans. For example, this guy has 3 members, and then we divide by 3, so 1,900,000. So this is the reason difference between the normal clan XP, like just not normal clan XP. Clan XP divided by peak of members. I hope that makes it clean and transparent about how it's working and what do you call like very what do you call makes sense. I hope that makes sense because otherwise I don't really have an idea how we can fight this again. And other way, imagine this way. There's other way of maybe you could if the member leaves, the member takes out their XP from the clan to fight the peak members. But then the clan can be what like on top 10, and then one day they're top 500 suddenly if they start leaving, and then imagine they leave unintentionally and come back and like, oh, made it run enough, and then there you go, clan is completely ruined. It's like everything has a good and bad sides of it. So this is what we have currently. Top 500. Yeah, this is again. We're gonna be showcasing the leaderboard. I seen a lot of dislikes about it. You can see from the negative like 110 to 45. I kind of understand like I can relate to that. Like, why am I saying those people every single time when I'm loading the game? Again, the main reason I was at least thinking from my perspective is I want to give a bit more reasons to compete to the leaderboard, like just a bit more at least reasons. So like top medics, for example, we're showcasing top medics here. So as a hope, this is a hope. Again, I'm not gonna be saying it's gonna make people be medic suddenly, but as a hope of glance, maybe showing this to people could make them encouraged to be medic and then try to be shown here. Like you see where I'm coming from, I hope. So that was the idea why we want to show here, to encourage people maybe if they're interested in this here, they know what to do now. Again, I will be implementing the map. Map name doesn't show up always. I will fix that, and then I will you will have the conquest, day or night, server name, hertz, region, etc. here properly. So that's also coming in as well. His registration changes. This is a interesting one. I wouldn't say it's exactly a fix. So there are a couple of points about his registration. There's like 4 of them. One is in BattleBit the bullets are big. Like actually they're not big. Visually they are big. So what I mean by that is what the hell? Okay, there we go. So this is your bullet, right? And then in BattleBit, the bullets are actually a single line. And then what do you call it? It's like a line from here to here, and a line from here to lane, and a line from here to here. And it's like they're like a line right cast we call, but multiple of them. So that's how we do the drop. The thing is, the bullet visual is bigger. It's like, despite the bullet itself is like a line, the bullet is like a big yellow. Actually, I can show it right here. You will see it in a second how it actually looks like as a 3D model. And bullet. By the way, this is the Unity. Let me introduce you to Unity real fast. Okay, this is the bullet. So it's actually a PNG that is looking at you. I'm not joking. It's actually a PNG that is looking at you like this. It's like this thing.
Scary.
There's no way you will unknown this anymore. Sorry, guys. Okay, so it's like a PNG looking at you, and then you have another PNG that is kind of rotating towards you. It's like also like you can see like it's like rotating there, and that one is this. So, and then that's what it creates that illusion of bullet, and then this goes, of course, fast, and then you don't realize it. And then what we do is we make this thing scale up the longer it goes far away from you. The reason is we want to show where you're shooting at, especially on long distance. So you can adjust accordingly where you're shooting at. The downside is, despite the bullet visual, the PNG scales up. Actual bullet doesn't scale up, and then sometimes, because the bullet is too big, but the player head is like next to it, it looks like it's hitting, but the actual bullet doesn't hit. That's one reason that it creates a confusion. Second thing, there's actually maybe a hitbox problem. Like actually, the bullet is somehow clipping the the hitbox. There was a problem before where you could we had a bug before, but this is fixed on the early access, like right after early access, where we had a protection for players to killing through legs. So in BattleBit, for example, you have the player and then you have the like legs, right? This is not good drawing, but hold up. Okay, I'm just gonna do it this way. So the player's like looking at here, like I don't know, the scope here, whatever. So looking this direction, and you have a wall here, and now you have the legs right there, right? Again, this is not a good drawing. So the player legs are clipping through the wall, and then down here comes in like there, and I just sees that, and then kills the player through the legs. To fix that, at least not exactly a fix, a spaghetti fix, I will say, to prevent someone killing through the legs is we do a check if the legs are not touching if there's something between the legs and the chest, and if there's something between them, we just like, okay, you're not gonna kill this player because this player is actually not here, it's just their legs are clipping. The problem is we fucked up, and on some rare cases where they will position them so well that positions you will be able to kill them because it will have like, despite they are not behind a wall, it will the game will detect like they're behind a wall and not able to kill them. This is fixed. This was before. I haven't seen a clip so far like that shows that so far for a while. So the one thing is bullet visuals are big, and then it makes people think they hit something. Second thing is maybe there's somehow I fucked up the bullet, the hitboxes somehow I don't know, passing through, but I haven't seen a clip yet that shows that. Third thing is we have server side checks. Somehow maybe one of those are fucking it up, but again, I cannot tell if it's a hitbox problem or if it's actually the server side denying it. The fourth reason is the packet loss. If there's a packet loss, in order to people not abuse packet loss or the lag intentionally, we ignore it intentionally because there's like a lag switch is possibly. So if you don't know what lag switch is, it basically is you disconnect from internet for a second, and you shoot someone, and then you enable your connection back. You connect back, and then your client says, "Hey, I shot this guy, but my connection was bad. Could you kill this guy for me?" And then the guy just dies, and then he doesn't see something. Again, this is still this is something we adjust. If we do too extreme, then you need to have perfect connection. Like what we're talking about perfect connection is you can have the 1 terabyte whatever speed it is. It's not the speed, it's the stability between you and the server. It doesn't have to be your connection, it doesn't have to be server connection. There's multiple things in between, which is routes. And then if there's one thing broken at that route, that also affects the stability as well. That's the problem. Stability is more important in games than your bandwidth, because bandwidth you don't need too much bandwidth for that. So it's something we adjust to. Okay, we allow this kind of packet loss, but if it's too much than this, we don't allow it anymore. So it's not that abusable if someone tries it. It's a balance. I did change some as well in time to make it less punishing, but that gives also a bit more room for exploitation, but it's not a major thing still. They cannot exploit like other some games. I won't give names, but anyway. And then this hit registration changes made it that it will when someone sends me a clip, it will be able to tell if it's a hitbox problem or hit server side problem. This is gonna give me that option now. And if there's a problem, actually, then I'll be able to tell. If it's not, then it's a very clear indication of I have to work on somehow making the bullets still visible, but not big enough that it doesn't fool the player that they hit the player. So it's a step towards trying to identify where the problem is, I would say. Helicopter fall down speed. Oh yeah, this is one thing. So the longer you hold the space now, it will go faster. Because one thing I see in a lot of people is, if someone decides to give up, they're gonna give up. They don't care if there's a medic coming in. They're just gonna give up. They decided they're gonna give up. At that point, that holding space is just what you call losing time. So, what do you call? We don't make the the timer is exactly the same. It doesn't change. But now, if you hold it like a second, it will go fast. You will give up faster. If you hold it for 2 seconds without leaving the button, it will give up much faster. Before it had like the speed limit to give up. So that limit
okay.
is removed. Yeah.
A question. Will we let down people can click middle mouse button on player can medic around them, so they will see notification like you want to be revived?
That's something I've seen in feedback before. We had the opposite of this actually medic coming in, which didn't work out. People just disabled instantly, or they didn't really use it. It's something we may add, but at the moment people just use their voice for that. Generally, just like open the voice and like call medic, which is actually very immersive. I like that. At this it happens on North American servers a lot. In Europe, I don't hear too much, sadly. We had hit registration, the hit changes and hit feedback changes. So I'll see something I was saying. I'm not gonna lie. Despite I'm not a Call of Duty player, not real. I don't play too much personally. I don't play like the old school ones only. Somehow the hit feedback of Call of Duty was satisfying. I'm not gonna lie. It was just satisfying. And then I tried to understand what they did, and then they had this thing where when you hit a player, they had like some punchy thing that indicates you hit the guy. And also, I realized something else. This is something I realized that they did it, and I think other games did it as well. For example, this is a timeline, right? Like this is 0 second and then 1, and then so let's say you hit the person at this point, and then what we will do is the moment when you hit the player, we would play a hit marker sound. The problem is the moment you hit, also you fire the gun, so hit marker and the gunshot sound would mix, and you will not actually able to hear it properly. It's like they would because mix, and then that would kind of confuse. Like you can still hear it, but they're mixed. So what I realize is they have, I believe, 2 of them. Again, I don't know 100%. They have one here and then one other hit marker here. It's like they play a sound here that is a bit more different, and then they play another sound here. So this second one is like to differentiate from the gun sound and the hit marker telling, hey, you hit this person. So I tried it, and actually it worked very well. I definitely felt more responsive to my hits. Again, in this video, probably cannot feel that way, but when you get into the game, you will definitely feel it. You will definitely 100% you're gonna feel the difference, and it's gonna make. I'm hoping it's gonna make the what do you call, shooting someone, killing a player much more in the game, much more satisfying. Again, this is something you should definitely try yourself. And also one more additional thing is we have now when you hit someone, the hit marker follows the cursor, like your L, and imagine like a line going through your barrel and then hitting a wall, and then the hit marker shows up there instead of center of the screen. We also added that. It made it much more interesting to my opinion, but also added an option where you can disable this. So it's right. There we go. This update here. So you can see it's not exactly centered here, and in the settings gameplay, you have under hit markers, positional hit markers default is on. You can disable this, and then this is gonna make the hit markers wherever it will make it like always on the center. It will not move it around when you shoot. Again, this is something you test yourself, and if you like it, keep it. If you don't like it, you can disable this. Personally, I will keep it, but again, this is personal a bit more. Other change we had is Fragment. This was a bug. In last week we had an update where if you will hit if the anti-vehicle grenade will hit a vehicle, it will not explode. We made that it explodes, but it also made the fragments also explode, which was not intended. This is fixed. There was a bug where if you will, this is still live at the moment. The bug is live, but it's fixed. When it's when the update is live, this will no longer will be a thing. So right now, if you're firing, and then while firing, if someone supplies you, then it desyncs sometimes, depending on your latency. Then that causes a problem. This is fixed. Again, it's a rare thing. This thing is fixed, which is that when you're getting bandage revived, doesn't appear. This is fixed. Velasquez reduced the number of windows. Sorry. Velasquez reduced the number of windows on the Fergus. Because it's all the
now on every map.
On the map. Okay.
Map now. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So another biggest problem we have is distraction is very nice, but it creates another problem. Anyone can create a hole and then peek from there, and then when you have tons of holes, tons of windows, it's very difficult to focus on the map and then try to really move some from one point to another point. This is something we realized in the long run, and then Velasquez is working on making maps where you have still try to keep the variant, but at the same time try to keep the number of windows or places you have to check bit more or less or manageable. Again, it's not realistic to make it all the way 0. Otherwise, it will be just a flat plane, which is not realistic. But try to improve on it. Again, eventually we're gonna find a thing a middle point where it's not too much, it's not too less to make it less interesting. It's gonna be in time. This is I will say not big one, but at the same time not small one. It's sun update. So before you have the player, we are looking from top, and then a shot is incoming. Let's say there's a person fired a bullet towards you. Hold up, let me do it this way. Yeah. So what we would do is we would find the projection like this, exact 90 degree here, and then we would play a sound at this point. Bullet pass by sound exactly at this point. That sounds like a bullet passing by. That's how we did it before. It did work, but it wasn't that great feedback. And then we changed this to something else. So instead of this, now we have a circle around the player. Imagine this way, and then what we do is we find those 2 points, and then what we do is we play the sounds right there, and then while passing by, we move the sounds right around there and then end it right there. It's like, for example, let's say you are looking towards here, so the west sound will start from the right side first, and then while passing by, it goes to the left side and behind you. So the goal here was try to keep what do you call 3Dness, I would say, or direction 3Dness of what do you call of the Wiz. Again, it's not 100% perfect. I played a lot to make it a bit more improved. This is how much I could make. Again, when you're in the game, you can see it for yourself. I don't think if you're gonna notice, but if you do notice, at least you know how it now works. So yeah, this is how it's changed now. Other thing is shutter windows. I think those windows, I believe. Velasquez.
No, the not
Okay.
closed ones are the ones that are shut.
Okay.
The closed ones. Yeah.
And this is, I think, a big one, and I think it's gonna improve the game as a. So this is something I personally realized, and it's because of audio. And then again, I did mention before. We're going to be working with a studio. Right now, we are talking with them, and then we're going to be working with a studio to rework majority of the sounds. But this is something I came up with. So in Battlefield or another game, like there's like 30 player in the server, but the server feels alive. Like there's something happening. And then in BattleBit, you have 240 people playing, and then it feels dead. Like it feels like it's like a dead area, but you have 240 people around. How it feels dead, while another game manages to feel the game alive with 30 people. And then mostly what I found is it's audio. So what it is they do the audio very well. Again, this is not something I'm great at. So this is something that the studio will handle, and then they will work on implementation with me together. Um, so imagine imagine this is the map. You're looking from top, and then you're at this point. So they make it that if there's like a fight happening around here, you hear sounds like ambient firefight sounds towards this direction, telling, "Hey, there's a fight happening in this direction," telling, "Hey, this is something happening in the game. You're not alone in the server." Plus, it tells the direction where to go instead of looking around trying to figure out where to go. In BattleBit, we just cut off the sounds too fast. You don't hear anything really much. You have to open the map and then try to figure out or look at the triangles in the in the screen to try to figure out where the fight is happening. So what we did is this time, instead of just cutting the voices on the long distances, now I added the low pass filter, which it's not perfect. I need to work with the studio, and then they have to get me different sounds per ranges, like 0 to 200 meters, 200 to 400 meters, 400 to, I don't know, something meters, different sounds, things, tails, etc. But for the moment, we adjust the sound with a low pass filter, and then in the long distance, it's like a bit more bassy, and then bit more different. You can hear on this video if you go to upcoming updates. That kind of gives like there's a shot happening on long distance, and I hope this gonna improve the direction of where the fight is happening. And I'm hoping to improve the map doesn't feel dead in the even though there's like 200 people in the match. Again, this is something that has to improve in the long run. Again, I'm not great at audio design nor audio at all. Just something I had to work on myself and try to figure out. HK for 419, actually 16 reality. We just buff it directly. This is just no nerf and buff. AUG A3 was underrated. Actually, AUG A3 is a good weapon, but it's just like it's more like medium range. It's not really effective on close range, but it's effective on medium range. We wanted to buff a little bit, so we just increase the fire rate. Let's see how this one will go. This one's big. Your filter choices will be safe, so you don't have to change it every single time. So what do you call? You don't have to change the server filters. It will be saved, and when you come back, it will be same as how you left it. We had what do you call? We had confusion here. We had armor damage and L armor damage, which wasn't clear what it meant exactly. So I changed the text here to make it much more clear. So it says player armor damage, like the helmet, the player's chest, right? There's that one. And then the L one was light vehicle. Light vehicle would be transport vehicles or boats or helicopters. Those would be light ones. So, for example, this weapon has damage towards transports, boats, helicopters. APC and tank doesn't count as light vehicle; they count as heavy vehicle. One thing, if you were thinking that why pistols aren't fast like drawing speed, because it wasn't applied. The code had a bug, Despite I wrote it that drawing speeds are increased on the top, like on the patch note for pistols, it wasn't applied, so this is fixed. Now pistols draws much faster, as they supposed to be intended in the first place. Is completely fixed. Again, another one. Assault. Sorry, not assault. Squad leader. So, we introduced squad leader role back in 2018. When we had squad leader actually unlocking classes, when squad leader actually claiming vehicles like the game squad. We had a role that time, and then we changed a lot, but the class remains. And then today, at the moment, it doesn't have any role, except standing there. Again, this is gonna return to the Milsim servers, but for the moment, until it has a better place, we just disabled because it's just a confusion. Again, you can do everything you can do as a squad leader. Like before, squad leaders could place a rally point. You can still do that. You don't need to be in that role. Just being a squad leader is enough. That's you just don't have the class anymore. You just disable until it has actually some purpose. So that's how it's going to look like. 5 classes now. I seen this bug a couple times in the bug reports, which is like there you go. Like somehow people managed to I don't know how they did it though. Somehow people managed to get the capture the flag inside the rock. I don't know how again. And then there you go. Entire the run, it stands there, and nobody can do anything about it, which is very annoying. So what I made is the moment the flag is dropped, it's gonna check if it's inside an object, and if it is, it will just teleport itself to above the object itself. So this way, in case if somehow someone manages to do it, which I don't know how, I think it's with the borders. I'm just assuming, but again, I'm not 100% sure. If they do it somehow, at least it will be top of the rock. So there's way to keep the game going instead of entire game just stopping there and then like becomes a TTM. And the last one, oh, not actually last one, second. If you would vault, if the other player, if you would vault and then if you will do it really fast for the second time, the second one's animation wouldn't play. It's actually showcased not 1%, but in this video, was it? No, not this one. This one. It's like, yeah, you select this animation playing, and which it questions me like why there's no way to vault. I guess something other, maybe something else, but it's what I found. Like this guy's vaulting and doesn't play animation, which is weird. And I was trying to figure out, and then I found the bug. At least maybe I one of it myself, and then I fixed it. I'm hoping this won't happen again. Repeat again. So upcoming updates again. And then again, when we introduced the support, we had a bug with it, which is if you will, if you lose ammo yourself, it will try to supply yourself, which is not possible. So you will be stuck trying to supply yourself until you have full ammo, which is currently in the game. It's fixed, but currently in the game. If you are what do you call it? If
I
you
don't
fire a
wanna
single.
interrupt you in this, but you said that earlier. Like exactly that.
Oh, did I? Okay, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, this thing is fixed. Okay, yeah.
Getting off track. Okay.
Yeah. So again, I have planned to add G3 at the moment. What do you call?
So we got a new weapon. We got a G3.
Yeah. G3. Hold up. Let me check which weapons was it. G3. F2000. Those 2 right now I will work on today to implement them.
Ooh.
And yeah, those 2 right now we will add them today. Again, 6 p.m. at the moment. I will work on both of them and then test myself. Only sounds are missing at the moment, and I have to just implement a couple more stuff on them. But yeah, these are 2 weapons that will be implemented today. And as a what do you call another update, Iliaskis, you can go for it now if you want, or I can
Okay.
open
Yeah.
my
I will
end.
go.
We'll leave it to
Okay,
Velasquez.
sure.
Velasquez,
All
take
right,
it away.
Velasquez, you go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen now.
Right,
There you
here we
go.
go.
Right. You see my screen?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I can
So
see
yeah,
it.
first of all, it's of course I want to mention that some of the windows are closed, and
Yeah, the windows are closed. Yeah. One thing is, Velasquez stream is 15 FPS because of something with his Windows, so don't mind that.
it's strange.
Yeah,
Yesterday it was fine.
It's 15 FPS at the moment, at least for me. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
my
it's-
connection then.
Yeah, probably my problem. But yeah, in order to remove the window, you need to use Hammer,
Mm-hmm.
so you can take down windows. But if you don't
Oh.
have Hammer,
Oh,
you need
that's
to,
what you meant. Okay, so it's like you have a window, but it's like closed. You have to what do you call destroy it with something. And also I realized you had a bit more furniture, I guess you added.
Yeah.
Right?
The walls definitely look different.
It's only, yeah, I haven't gotten more furniture yet. I'm still waiting when Yoti will adjust LOD. But
Despite
yeah, Valve have now textures inside.
despite it's like just like a texture, it feels more, I don't know.
More
At
cozy.
least it's a bit more like, I don't know, not empty at least. Yeah, of course it can be improved more in time, but again, it's less empty. Yeah,
It feels definitely way more
Yeah,
alive.
and
a lot. This part feels much better than before. Like I remember,
yeah.
like just this is much better, Velasquez. Yeah,
And Subway and Fruit now have texture as well. You can at least see shapes of stuff.
and crazy thing about it is before, in order to achieve that detail, you have to actually have a model like a vertex, and now it's just what do you call a texture. So a model is actually not there, which actually reduces the
Yeah.
triangle count, which is it's actually optimizes by having a texture this way. But we are some limited to our texture atlas texture.
Yeah, before
16 times
to
the
make
detail.
that window look not block, I just have like low contrast texture. Before I will need to make like 200 vertices. So because of that, I was not able to edit windows before, because it will increase, millions of polygons on whole map. Yeah. So now we have more freedom and more opportunity to feel more detail on map. And yeah, so what will go in HitReg is new map. Let me launch it.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Making more details and things. Because you know me, I have many plans for things. Think about that. Can we do yacht?
Not for that one, but give a second. Let me launch.
Yeah. I think, as soon as I got the skin thing done, I would definitely be open to help you a little bit with making map assets. Because we can definitely do a lot of, like, furniture things.
Well, yeah, currently I'm reusing all furniture and just making new American maps after that one. So there kind of no demand on new content for now, but we will see.
Oh, this is the. Oh, okay. This is the big one.
Yeah, I'm launching.
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit. So about today, it's right now 6 p.m. at least for me, and it will be like 3 p.m. for UK. Oh, there we go. By the way, in this map I changed the shader for voter because it looks really weird. Like it's like darkish. I fixed on my side only. It's not applied to your side. So voter looks like more watery. Yeah. So
okay, let me now fly up. So yeah, first that map is 2 by 2 kilometers. It's a new map, and that map have U shape. So basically,
U-shape.
objective go along coastline.
This reminds me one of the what was it? When I see it first time, it reminded me what was the map from Battlefield 4?
Big game. I'm forgetting name of that.
No,
as well.
there is.
There was like a map. I forget the.
Yeah, where we have the islands, and there was like that one bunker space.
It was a single island. It wasn't like islands. It was a single island. Like it was like a U, and then you had the part where you could destroy, and like a lot of water would come down and like flood. Not the flood the city. That's a different map.
You mean wasn't that fuck me? The with the big tower, right? In the middle.
No, it had big
not
dam.
the big tower. No.
It had big dam, guys. Come on.
Oh,
yeah, big dam. I forget the name. It has been a while.
Was that 4? Or was that
Four.
3?
Yeah, it was
Four
compatible.
has
Okay,
four.
so basically,
Yeah.
get map. First, get objective go along a clock line, like first objective, second, third, 4, 5, and 6. So it means that you have two options: using ground vehicle and have a long ride around, or use a water vehicle and have a shorter way to objective. So that map will benefit water vehicle. And for example, attack bot that is useless right now. In most
Yeah,
of the
he just
maps,
used I know.
here it will have less useless because of, you can go to any objective and shoot from the sea level.
Yeah, I see.
Second, it's compared to old big maps, because we have many big maps, that map will feature shorter distance between objectives. So before, on maps like Wally or Candy Sunset, the distance between objectives was constantly 500 meters. There, it's only 300 meters maximum.
So
It
yeah,
means that
less walking
will
if you don't
have,
use vehicle.
Yeah, so you will have less, you need to
Walking.
walk less. So
Yeah.
basically, from that place to that place is 300 meters.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great. Could you go to the city for us?
Lansingdam.
Basically, it's not really city yet. It's a tourism complex, like hotels, you know.
Yeah, why it looks like this on your end? Hold up. It looks okay, so I think the lighting, hold up, or the water actually. What was the map? Zafi.
What do you think about like some small fishing boats for the coasts and everything?
Yeah.
If you make
Well,
them
maybe in
drivable, that would be
future.
interesting. But yeah, in future, again, we have to.
Yeah,
There we
well,
go.
Yeah, about city. Yeah.
that's something I could, because that's a small fishing boat. That's something I could finish within like 30 minutes. If you guys.
No,
Yeah,
better
to modeling,
focus on
the
things.
modeling doesn't.
Yeah.
yeah. On mine, I have to find the sounds, add it to the game network.
Oh, I can find the sounds already. That wouldn't be the big issue.
On Conquest, you're only fighting in that coastline, but in Domination, it will use whole city part on Domination for 200 players. So basically, it's a mix between Town and Longovo, because there are many buildings, but they are not tall. And there's
Which
some
vehicles do we have?
landscape. All the vehicles.
A helicopter, tank, APC.
Yeah. Every vehicle,
transport.
but there's not very much helicopter. Only one transport helicopter per team. So the people will be forced to use water vehicle.
Okay.
So basically, what else funny is that basically there's landscape design. So basically, fighting for infantry here is like a trench. You see, like a long trench. So you won't be in trouble to get snipers. When snipers won't be annoying here, because it has a lot of cover and foliage to cover you from sniper fire.
I see. Okay.
Quick question: Does the map have a golf course?
Golf what?
Golf course, because I think that would be a really great.
Golf. No, golf.
Golf would be cool. Not gonna lie, for like that era.
And some people yeah.
Sorry, interrupting. I have the version on my end with the like post-processing plus water. If you're okay, I could share my screen and show it.
People will play soon. So
yeah,
I will finish my doubting. So, and again, there is no objective on water. Some people are acting like, why there is no objective on island? First, BattleBit right now don't have water gameplay. You're not able to swim underwater to protect yourself, or use second pistol to protect yourself in water. So it will be very annoying to swim from island to island just to capture objective. It will be on another map once we finish our water gameplay as well. For now, island playing role of anti-tank campers, because, for example, if you take a tank and you will go to that hill, for example, if you will take a tank and go to that hill, for example, you won't be able to snipe other objectives. Yet it will be very difficult for a tank to snipe other team from their places.
Snipe a tank. Yeah.
Someone will do it.
It feature new rocks. Yeah, it's possible. It also feature new cliffs formation. So it will be bigger and provide more cover to infantry. and there always come between objective. There's always patch for infantry, cave patch, so that they can follow to avoid being sniped from snipers or tanks. So there's plenty cover between objectives. But again, it's not very gank map like Gank Town, where you have ton of cover. It's medium height of covers like. So that map will be good for close combat, medium combat, and long range sniping. So yeah,
Okay.
that basically like that. So we will see how it will go, how people will give feedback when you have shorter distance to run between objectives, and other stuff. But next map after that will be smaller, like Town High, 1 kilometer that will be released shortly, like in few weeks later.
Okay.
So
So
yeah,
it's a bit
that's
more
how.
focused on infantry, that maps. Bit more.
So that map is basically focused on everything that have BattleBit. But future map after that one, it's
Yeah,
smaller
after this
map.
one.
It will be more infantry, yeah.
Yeah, so
More
this map
infantry
is
friendly.
more it's
That map
another
is
yeah,
it's just a big map, but
yeah,
that will
yeah.
where water vehicles will be less useful and where distance between objectives will be smaller.
Yeah,
So
so
yeah.
other feedback that Vilaskis and we received is we had most of the maps were designed for conquest, which is mostly like to have like the sea vehicles, naval and helicopters, tanks, APCs, and then what we will do is we will take a region from the map and then make it what you call like an infantry conquest or domination. But because it wasn't designed for infantry domination only for that purpose, sometimes some points wouldn't make sense or it wouldn't sometimes fit exactly. So Vilaskis is going to be working on also. He's also working, but just haven't released yet. Working on what do you call? Yeah, your GPUs. He's working on a map that is more focused on infantry instead of conquest. Again, it's like an option to have. You're not forced to have it, but some maps bit more focused infantry, some maps which is currently majority more to the conquest, which is the main game of BattleBit. Tanks, vehicles, helicopters, which is the main conquest battlefield experience you're mostly looking for. Again, now we have a bit more focus on infantry as well. All right.
And yeah, that map will actually will support conquest, infantry conquest, domination, frontline, and capture the flag. So,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, big game mods will be supported. All right. Yeah, that's all from me, and I will later on figure out why you discard using my wrong GPU instead of RTX one.
Okay, that explains why it's 15 FPS. Yeah.
Yeah, that probably explains
All
a
right.
lot.
Hardware
Yeah.
acceleration, I will say, but anyway, something we have to look at again. I think again today the G3 and was it F2000? Yeah,
F2000, yeah.
yeah, the G3 and F2000, and what do you call the new map again? One thing I have to be very clear about this again. You probably figured out I'm not good at giving estimates generally because last week, for example, I said we're gonna release the update in 12 hours, and it took 3 days after to release the update. The reality is, I am trying to give an estimate, but at the same time, while working on thing, I break something and then I can like, okay, I have to fix this, and then while doing that, okay, there's like actually another bug here. I focus on that, and what do you call? It got pushed to another time. So, I'm saying today, but like
Today
the
could be
thing is,
tomorrow, and tomorrow could be
I
in 2
don't want to
days.
do tomorrow. Again, this is like today's Saturday, and I think this is also the exact like it's the third month of BattleBit release.
Yeah.
So I want to make it to today again. So there's two weapons. It's only that two left. That these two weapons, the sounds are not ready yet. I have to work on those, and the implementation to the game, and I'm working make sure RN size, etc. Everything working. And then later on, Velasquez's new map, that one, and also I will have to test updates on our private server. And then later, if it's all okay, then we're gonna push it to the all public servers. I'm hoping to do it in the next 6 hours. But again, if I can't, at least give it more time to us to work on it, because sometimes things go wrong and just can't release it at that point.
It is fine, Oki. There's no worries.
Yeah, I will make it happen before like Saturday goes away. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all, guys. For this week. I think we covered a lot of stuff.
We did, yeah. I got a question about like attachment remakes. Attachment remake will also fall somewhat into my project with the skins and everything, because then we'll have to do a lot of fuck around things. So attachments also change colors or change with the skins and everything. And like, yeah, I'm still working on the skins, so that will actually probably next week. I will still say the same as this week and still just show a bunch of camos. That's probably what I will do.
Man, you finished complete all skins, the UVs, everything. Then that time we can sit together and then actually implement it. Again, it's gonna take quite a while for us to implement all that the system, new UI as well for a lot of screen. But again,
we'll definitely lean the UI. I need to go through all weapons to remake all weapons. To like, I need a bunch of UV unwrapping.
And then we're adding new weapons as well.
Yeah. So the old ones, the new ones. So I think it's like 50-something models, which will probably take me an eternity again.
I might help you convert with texture and gang, and I will make separate branch. We will do work on egolectric branch, and once everything finished, you can jump to egolectric branch and implement all the changes on egolectric branch.
Alright.
And also, guys, game on discount right now.
It is actually.
So
it's something that we implement for the Steam's 20th anniversary. I can't pronounce exactly.
Steam has a 20-year anniversary, and for that anniversary, we went into 20% sale. So if you didn't get the game yet, now's your chance to get it on sale.
All right.
Very good.
I guess that's pretty much all for the moment.
That's
we covered the Unity, we covered the new updates coming in, map, weapon changes.
Yep.
All right, that will be all, guys.
That will be all. Then thanks a lot, everyone, once again for joining. It was a pleasure to have you here. This will get this will be a very great episode again, because we showed a lot of things, a lot of visual. We're still going strong, still doing our thing. Bunch of cool changes coming, bunch of
updates.
I just realized. With the new UV thing, I can't go into single weapons and fix single things again. Oh man, that will be much backtracking.
Larry, we haven't got into the adding windows to the Humvee or.
Okay, if you need an update in between, I still have to remake vehicles on my hard drive.
Okay, again, I'm not gonna be saying we're gonna be adding it, but imagine if you could figure out a way to skin store vehicles one day, but that would be really hard.
That would be hard.
Yeah, that would be hard because we don't we need a UI for just put the vehicles.
We need an entire new system. Because as soon as we could go that route, because I have like a lot of the things, I showed it some time ago that I can like modify everything. I could actually make a bunch of variations of the same vehicle, where you maybe if you...
Yeah, you can. I know you can. I know you can. The system going to be really hard. I mean...
Well, there are plenty of time until official release on Steam, full release from early access. Time will slow.
All right. Again, it's not confirmed, guys. No, don't take it as confirmed. Definitely not.
Put it somewhere on the board, like, hey, in 2 years, maybe let's start doing this.
Like, it's something that definitely will be interesting to have for players who likes grinding on vehicles. But again, it's something. What do you call? We have to change a lot of system on the backend because we did not design it that way in the first place. So that's the problem there. But again, if you can't figure it out, then it's good.
Yeah. I just seen a question about the Twitch rivals. Yeah, I know. One of the Twitch rival winner skins is not in the game right now. One is in the game and it's unlockable for everyone. It's the SSG69.
Oh yeah, people have been asking about it. Where did I get this from?
Available for everyone. Just make some kills with the SG and you will unlock it. The second one, the AK one, I'm still waiting for a response of 72 hours. Because they wanted to run like a 2-3 weeks long campaign where it's actually just there as Twitch drops, and after that is like single keys on something. so that everyone has the chance to get it. I just don't know when they want to run that campaign, so I'm still waiting on a response from them. That's why their second skin is not in game. It's technically in game. Like, I can use it already. I can play with it. But the other ones don't have it, and I don't know when they want to run that thing. So I'm just waiting for a response.
So yeah, waiting for the input to say, okay, make this public completely, or no, we don't want to make this public or something. I see. All right, fair enough. All right, thank you guys for joining again. Thank you, Larry, for having us.
No worries.
That will be end of the episode.
That will be end of the episode. Then see you all, and bye-bye, and have a nice week.